Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I'm the Mysterious JG. Been away from this game for a little bit, but I do remember we were climbing around in a fortress of like demon, like crystallized demon energy branches and bridges and shit. But I guess the game explains that as well, as we're gonna get it here. That this Kushui Canal was developed in the blah 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 blah. But Yuan Shao has had his vast supply of elixir brought here, and the demonic key it released engulfed the fortress, transforming it into something hitherto only seen in nightmares or other games that involve like demon castles and stuff. So I think we had just leveled up last time, and now I see part of the problem here is that I remembered we were doing a lot of back and forth trying to explore all the stuff in this area and not miss anything, and I feel like we're closing in on the end of the level. We got one little mini flag and 2 major save points left. And I think we hit a point... Yeah, I didn't go watch the end of the last video. That was recorded like 2+ weeks ago for me. But I do think we hit a point where we're pretty sure we got most of the whatever there was to be found. Now some kind of demon jobber will emerge from this thing, probably. We hit a, we hit one of these big red crystal thingies. So I was expecting an enemy to come out of it. I guess it's enemy, it's more the same enemy type, yeah. It's not like just regular revenant jobbers. It's these ladies keep coming out of here. So, or in this case, some. Oh no, those are my allies. Those aren't enemies. It's like some dude with an axe that I thought might have been. Aha! Gotcha. I avenged Cash Money Braylon. Is this one of these? Yeah, it's set up so that you can hop over here and get this jerk. Oh, I guess they already killed him. Never mind. Said it many times before. I do enjoy the much more frequent use of allies in this game. Did a little reading that has me nervous. So I got the... already have the Season's Pass. Apparently, the DLC is going to ramp up the difficulty considerably. So... like, there were complaints amongst people that, yeah, I was really enjoying the game until the final boss of the second DLC, where it's, like, not fun difficulty. I definitely ran into some real problems with some of the DLC bosses in Neo and Neo 2. Or Neo 2 is much more recent memory, obviously. But in that one, I remember the final boss crushed me the first time I fought it, and then being surprised. Like, the final boss of the final DLC, it was like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And I think it was probably because the kind of, like, cheesy, cowardly tactics I use against bosses anyway were the only way to beat this thing. The people who were used to fighting head up aggressively and using like perfectly timed deflects and stuff, all of its attacks are set up so that kind of thing doesn't work anyway. So you have to be like cheesing stuff from a distance and catching it with area of effect spells and other whatever other nonsense I did in that fight. See, they're down there unlocking these ladies. And I'm missing my attack. Or that just happened by itself after some certain point in time. Dreadstar of Heian armor. It does seem like this little flag up here is yellow colored instead of white, which means we already got it, but I'm still like want to make sure that if there's anything happening up here that I'm not missing it, because we are missing at least one of these mini marking flags. So I'm trying to pay attention, like, is there some other direction from which we can enter this thing where we're falling into it, and there's like a section of this building you can get into from maybe this side? Who's even attacking right now? Oh. Okay, he decided to jump way down there. This is, okay, so this is a marking flag that we already got. Wonderful. We do seem to have a higher morale level than you're supposed to have here. Yeah, I keep getting my way back to here. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Ow. Yeah, this is a very disorienting level to me. Okay, so that is definitely not progress. I think we did backtrack a bit towards the beginning of the level. Or the middle of the level, I should say. Like, in order to find a place where I knew for a fact I would be able to save. At the end of the last video, we were not at the farthest out point of which we had explored. So just... somehow we got to get up to the top of that cliff. Because there's a red save point up there, which indicates someplace where we're going to have to kill a bunch of monsters that are defending a save point before we can use it. I can probably get to you through some other path. I might be able to just ignore you. I don't think I realized how close I got to him before he detected me there. I was like assuming he could see me. I should be using the ow. Grab health from stuff spell, which I almost always have equipped because I've ended up finding it to be extremely useful. Oh wow, a whole lot of stuff got aggroed here.
Forget your prize. Get back.
I guess I need to heal. So I had been kind of trying not to heal at all.
Stand aside unless you've a death wish.
How did all these things get aggroed? I didn't notice any of them. That's probably part of the problem. I'm not used to burning through that many heals in a regular old run. Anyway. This was me going to get revenge, like trying to get a wizard who was attacking us from above. That was probably better off ignored now in retrospect. Oh, did the warlocks defeat lower the unit morale? Oh, great. Fantastic. Oh, there's a... okay, there's a wizard up there, too. I thought there was like a big... This shape here made me think there was some big, like, hulking enemy up here. But in fact, there was a ranged guy just... I could have sworn I tried to block that, but I guess I did try to block it. I just didn't succeed. Okay. Guess I didn't think I could jump there, but I thought I would at least try because it didn't seem like... It did seem like there was a safe place to land if I missed the jump, as I did. This does feel more, and like the beginning of this level didn't feel like it. This feels like the end of the level, like the end of a game type of level. And this feels like a way to get up to that guy. Get our revenge on him! Fuck. Okay, that wasn't good. Could have gone worse, I guess. Okay, let's try this again and not miss the jump because I was in a rush to get to the target. I am starting to dread the fact that we might not make any progress here except getting back towards where we were at the end of the last video, or before I decided to back up so that I could get a save. Like, we might take a whole video just to get to where we'd already been before, but I couldn't save there and wanted to end the video. Pull on Badow. So we're getting to quite an altitude, but is this the way? Yeah, this is the way. Okay. This is the way. So I think I'd gotten up here before and didn't want to advance any further. There's my shadow over there freaking me out. I think it was an enemy. Oh, hey, you.
Victory seems out of reach.
Well, sorry about that, Junyu, but seems pretty in reach to me. I'll heal you up with my super flag. Alright, our fortune rank is now 17. So we have fame, and fortune, fame, and fortune, or fortitude rank. I think that's, yeah, fortitude rank, fortune, whatever the hell that is. That's the level to which your morale drops. Like, it's the basement, bottom morale level that you have. What? No! I didn't think this would possibly be the final boss door. There was like a whole other main flag we hadn't got yet. I think we have to throw this fight.
You truly believe to have me cornered?
Because there could be a fight after this, but I think we're just...
How mistaken you are.
Oh no. I've got glowing balls, you see?
The power to control this world lies in none other than...
You want Shao? I guess he'd gone up to this point without turning himself into a demon freak, but it's kind of amazing he'd commanded all these demons. No, I see. I didn't think this would be the end of the level. As a matter of fact, I was expecting it to be a door that said you have to open this from the other side. So I think we got to lose this one so that I can look for those other two flags. Hold on one second. Okay, let's take a second. I'm just going to quick look up if I can find information on this level and just see if I can confirm. Because I hate the idea of throwing the match completely. In all likelihood, I try to win, and on the first time I don't anyway. But I'd like to, if I can confirm that, oh, there's a fight after this boss, then I'll at least try to win it on the first try. But if this is the last boss of this level, then yeah, like there's two flags we missed, and there's a whole. It looked like there was a whole path off to the, you know, going left at that main door instead of opening the main door, which is probably where the other stuff is. And if it's not, I probably need to consider calling it a video and finding a guide to tell me where all the stuff is I missed anyway. But so this mission is Decisive Battle of Guandu. Ah, okay. Okay, actually, so I guess spoilers, and I apologize, but I wanted to know for myself. No, there is something after this. Like we have to win this fight, and then the level will go on, despite the fact that this really feels like it would be the end. But I have little confidence that he is going to be strongly affected by poison. But oh, he doesn't look like he's immune to it. Maybe this will work great against him. Oh, I thought I had evaded that, but I guess not. Okay, I keep failing to avoid this grab move. Although it doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. This is annoying.
Watch the enemy's movements carefully.
Oh, is that what I should be doing? Oh man, he did his little I'm gonna fly around the room thing. Although we do appear to be kicking his ass. Oath level 6 and Oath level 6, okay. Well, I'm glad I checked because I was going to throw that fight and then find out that we still couldn't find any flags and stuff. Yuan, Wen Shao, I come to join you in the afterlife.
My father was highly respected for his official rank.
Yep.
I too held him in great regard.
But my half-brother
Yet he
Shao
willingly
is a
set
real
me off
ass.
as an adopted son, severing the bond between father and son.
I didn't know about this.
After spending time with Amon, my trust in the bond between people was somewhat restored.
Yeah, because Amon's
However, when
mighty
those
servant.
who I considered friends left me as I stood before my capital in flames, my fragile notions of those bonds were shattered. All that I could cling to was the power I drew from the crimson glow.
Interesting. Okay.
In the end, even that was not sufficient to lead me to victory. I can scarcely believe that a true bond holds so strong and shines so brightly as this.
I guess that's why I turned myself into a demon freak monster. Some kind of weird turtle.
I suppose I ought to
Die now?
thank you.
Sure. Okay. That's all. You can do that. I'm afraid to pause and accidentally miss this, but
Amon.
you're late, Orin. This isn't Amon's mighty servant, it's Amon himself.
Finish your conquest without delay and prove that bonds truly do have value.
Buy
Shao,
bonds where you work or play.
in death you will be a star. So watch over me to the very last.
You're gonna be a star, like, you know, one of them famous, teeny bopper musicians.
Gather up. All of the elixir here.
Then let's drink it and become demons.
I'm leaving the rest to you.
Why aren't I in charge? I have at least as snazzy a wardrobe as you, and I seem to be doing all the work. Should I say something to you now? I guess not. So I guess we can take a minute to reflect on the death of Yuan Shao. So, in this game, he was portrayed as being on our side, but even Cao Cao, we considered him a friend, but a bit of a douche. And then he's corrupted, like he just decides kind of spontaneously he wants to use demon power. So I don't think we didn't spend enough time with Yuan Shao before he turned all evil to really get a good sense of why he would change, but it does kind of make some sense in the context of how they're reworking the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story around this demonic key. Like Yuan Shao, I didn't know anything about his like childhood history, but I did know that there was a deal where Yuan Shao has like his half brother Shao, who's not been a character in this game so far. But Yuan Shao is pretty much a villain in the novel. Yuan Shao is in some ways, the novel doesn't always have clear-cut villains and clear-cut heroes, but it definitely like portrays events in such a way that different characters represent different like types of human foibles, and like Yuan Shao is just like this incredible arrogance, and Yuan Shao is kind of also arrogant, but not quite as selfish as Yuan Shao is. So Yuan Shao declares himself the head of all the warlords, and he's the leader of the coalition against Dong Zhuo. And because of his rank, he's the principal one who can do it, which is why Cao Cao kind of tricks Yuan Shao through a forged letter from the emperor. I think that's how it worked. There's definitely a forged letter. Like Cao Cao cons Yuan Shao into leading the coalition against Dong Zhuo, but it is in fact a thing that needs to happen. It's just that Yuan Shao only does it because Cao Cao tricks him, and but like it's like he tricks him into doing something that he should be doing anyway, and so in this game they're saying like Yuan Shao is the true-born son of this lord, but to strength like a thing that happened back in the day, he was given to some other family to raise as an adopted son. Cao Cao is the son of, he's the adopted son of a eunuch, which is why there's this weird thing where his name is Cao, but he's related to the Jihaos, and like it gets very confusing. But if something similar is going on with Yuan Shao, I could see them making that a plot point where he's proud of his family name, but also feels personally cold towards his father. And his friend, I could see his friendship with Cao Cao, which they say in the novel without really dwelling on the details, that he's been friends with Cao Cao for many years, even though they become enemies. But that the last part that kind of made the most sense of it, like what finally breaks him, is the people I thought of as friends abandoned me at the worst time. And then they showed what I imagine was supposed to be an image of him as leader of the coalition. Because the coalition to destroy Dongzhuo Mania basically collapses. Yuan Shu plays a big part of it. So the coalition was like Yuan Shao, Cao Cao, Yuan Shu, Sun Jin, also Gongsun Zan, and some other some other characters who don't play as big a role later. Like I think Zhao Yun is working for Gongsun Zan, but I'm pretty sure that Liu Bei and the Sworn Brothers are in there too. I can't remember now if they're working for Gongsun Zan or who they're working for. But like Yuan, like infighting and shit happens. Sun Jin is really successful in the field. Yuan Shu gets jealous and withholds supplies that causes his troops to stop marching. Like infighting and just people being selfish assholes causes it to fall apart before Dongzhuo is defeated. And I like the idea that would be a big turning point in Yuan Shao, where he stops trusting anyone and just gets kind of like more and more crazy and evil and shit. It's not like how it works in the novel, but it kind of makes sense. I like that as a way to play around with the story. Makes more sense to me than the idea that Lu Bu is... It's close. Like, if you're going to introduce the element of demonic key and elixir into a story which didn't have demonic key and elixir, Yuan Shao's action are closer to what he would have done in the novel than, say, Lu Bu, who in the novel is not some selfless hero who would be going around pretending to be evil in order to get close to the elixir and destroy it, just saving everyone else. No, Lu Bu is just like this kind of dumb, self-interested, but not very clever asshole. But Yuan Shao in this game, like in retrospect, it's a little weird. Well, why did his own men keep working for him? Why are, Yan Liang and Wen Chou, like, why are they willing to become demon freaks for this guy who's lost his fucking mind? But, we're not going to spend enough time with those characters to dive deep into that. And you could always make some argument that, like, oh, they were being good, like, they had sworn an oath of loyalty. They were going to follow it through to the end. We didn't spend a lot of time worrying about that deal. But, yeah, like, in retrospect, this whole, you can have your allies helping you, maybe that gets nerfed in the DLC somehow. Or maybe it's like playing a Zookeeper Necromancer against an Act boss in Diablo, where, like, like Diablo himself takes, like, reduced damage against summoned creatures and deals, like, massive damage.
Without fear. That is the duty of a loyal retainer.
Thanks. I think you've just reminded me to remonstrate without fear of being interrupted. That is the duty of a loyal retainer. But no, that's a weird thing for him to throw in, because, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like in Diablo 2, like, you can play a Necromancer tree and have, like, a dozen minions working for you, and it's really powerful, and then you get to an Act boss, and it's not, because they take massively reduced damage from summoned creatures. They're not immune to damage, they just take massively reduced, and they deal massively enhanced damage to summoned creatures. Maybe in this game, in the DLCs, our allies will just, like, die almost immediately against bosses. I don't know. But in that one, it's like, I didn't feel like I was doing that well against Yuan Shu, and he just got crushed. And it was pretty anticlimactic. But I did like that little story scene of, like, why did he turn into an asshole? Oh, because the coalition collapsed, and they lost all faith in anyone else to be able to get anything done. Yeah, I dig it. It made a whole lot of sense to me. So I'm going to call it a video, and when we come back next time, we will figure out what else we're doing in this level. Hopefully it involves finding 2 more flags. See you then.